What's up, everybody? Jaxxsin here, chilling today with my brother Chubbz,
What's up?
and we wanted to talk about RNG loot boxes since they are becoming a major pain in every fucking gamer's ass. Now, here's the thing: is I'm not sure that they are becoming a pain in every gamer's ass because I see a lot of YouTube channels, I see a lot of videos dedicated to, I think, gambling. I think people playing slot machines. Like when I watch one of these people with their glass eyes looking at these loot boxes opening and their sheer excitement. There's a Crowbcat video about the ones in CSGO that I'll link below. It is beyond fucking brilliant and poignant. He is on target 100% in that video. I can't even express, like, there's no way I could even, like, put into words the brilliance of that video. Right? Like, I just couldn't. It's
Right.
the way he edits it all together with these people and, like, all these quotes about from, like, philosophers about, like, people looking into a... It's, dude, fuck it. I'm not even going to do it. I'll link it below. I'll show you later. I don't think you've seen it. Did I show you that one? Oh, man. It's so fucking good, dude. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about... Yeah, but they're opening these things. And they're just sitting there staring at him with these glass eyes, and you see this movement of excitement that overcomes them when they get something good. And it's like, that to me, like, I've been to casinos with my buddies, like, and I understand that sort of entertainment. And I know a lot of my friends do it a lot, but it's like they can afford it. They never gamble more than they're able to. They're responsible about it. And, oftentimes a lot of them win.
Right.
They get a return, on their allotted sum. Like, grandma fucking lived in Vegas. She used to, like, do that to pay bills. Mm-hmm. Dad and mom told me a story. They were down there visiting her one year, and she was like, their car broke down, and they didn't have money to fix it. And she was like, I'll be back. And she left, and she went out in the casinos, played the slots machines, and won enough that they were able to get their car home. And my dad asked her about it, and she says, I don't worry about the Lord, Sam. The Lord's got my back. Something to that extent. Right. Because our parents are religious, so it's like gambling is a no-no. But I feel that as like anything, like alcohol being as a no-no religiously, I think that's like for people who can't handle their shit. Like those people shouldn't drink. But like me, I drink, New Year's, Christmas Eve sometimes, and I don't get wasted at this point in my life. I mean, I used to go overboard. But that's the point. At that point in my life, I probably shouldn't have been drinking. Now that I'm responsible enough with my alcohol, I think I'm okay to have a drink here and there. Right. I'm not going to get fucking trashed. I'm not going to get a hangover. I'm not going to do anything I regret. But here's the problem, okay? Alcohol is restricted to anyone up to a certain age, right?
Yes.
And these things aren't. These things are not.
Gambling even.
Yeah, gambling is 21.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know where it is elsewhere, but where we live, if we traveled to go gamble to Vegas or something, we would have to pay fucking...
Be 21 years or...
Yeah, 21 years of age to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So this is like... So what do you think about this? Like, all right. What is this?
So... Okay, how much is it per loot box? Like what, $5?
Who knows? I'm not sure, but usually in these things, from what I've seen,
you have
my
to
experience
buy the
with these,
currency in bulk. Right.
I think the currency in Destiny is a tricky way for them to get around the law that was gonna happen, or I don't know, but it's tricky because what Destiny does is they're not selling loot boxes. So in China, like I've been looking for the drop rates on their sterling silver boxes or whatever.
Right.
They don't have any information about it. Like I can't find any information about it. The last time I googled it was probably a couple weeks ago. But it's a lingering thing that I've always been curious about since I found out Overwatch had to do it, Hearthstone had to do it. I was wondering like, what about these other games? Well, the trick to what they do is they're not selling you the loot box. They're selling you the currency. And if the currency can be used in another form in the game, which I don't know if silver can. But I'm sure that it's not. Well, that's how they got around it in Overwatch. Like they wanted them to change the drop rates in the loot boxes in China, right? Because in Overwatch they were fucked, and like they were like, no, you're
because
like China was like, yeah, well, obviously the drop rates in these things are always going to be built with the most prestige gear or whatever. It's like the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, the thing in that one. That's some bullshit too. Have you heard about that?
I haven't heard about these.
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, I don't know who he is. I think he's a YouTuber. I'm unaware. I'm unfamiliar with his past, but he's a gamer. He made a game, Everyone loves it. It's basically like 4-man team. I think it might be more survival based, last man standing or whatever, right? Last team standing. I don't know exactly how it works, right? But it's like you got to go get all this stuff. Anyway, but he promised them when it was starting the early access, he was like, look, yo, like, we're not going to put any microtransactions in this until it's released. You know what I mean?
Right.
Still in early access. Now it has loot. It either has keys or crates that drop in game, and then in order to complete the set, you have to buy one or the other, if that makes sense. So if it's a crate, you got to buy a key. If it's a key, you got to buy a crate. Whatever that bullshit is, it's the same system in CSGO, same system, but apparently not the same, because in CSGO you can get a lot of shit for free, and I've heard of people like getting. Chris was telling me he sold a bunch of crates and he got like $10 out of it, and he bought a game for it. So like I've heard of that. So it's obviously not the same. This is more greedy, more crap. I mean, people are letting them know. Like the reviews have gone to like negative lately because it's, you know, you've told it. It's the same thing with Ark Survival Evolved when they said this is early access for however fucking many years, but then they've got DLC on sale for it. Well, it's either an early access or it's a finished title that you've been working on fucking DLC for, and it's not a finished title because Chris was showing me that on his computer.
Dude.
I was thinking of getting, he was like, "Don't do it. Come here." And I was watching him play it, and it looked like shit.
Oh yeah.
It looked bad. So it was still clearly early access, and instead of fixing that like Battleborn, when they fucking had the skins,
right?
It's like that's the major problem with these things, and everyone's argument. It's like it's only cosmetic. It's only cosmetic.
It doesn't affect the gameplay.
But it seems to be affecting the gameplay.
It does, because you're putting money, man hours, and all this time and effort into putting these games into the game, or putting these cosmetic items into the game. Like, what, you don't think that shit costs money to do that?
Yeah, like it doesn't take man hours away from smoothing gameplay.
Yeah.
Building new maps, new modes.
Yeah, how many people are working on these?
That's my argument with Overwatch.
Shit?
And I will admit that Overwatch and Blizzard do it in a more fair fashion. But if you're going to step to me and say, like, look at this free content that justifies the microtransactions, I'm going to tell you you're out of your fucking ass. And here's why. And I'm not going to mean it insulting. I'm just going to try to give you this side of the argument, because I know a lot of people like dudes that I respect, and I have, you know, they play a lot of this game. They defend these, and they're right too. They have points. Like Overwatch does release new content, new game modes, new characters. But here's the other side of that point. When they're releasing them, how much more could you guys be getting if they weren't making all these skins to go along with these new fucking modes? To go along with these new events? How much more should you be getting when you understand that this is a $1 billion game on game sales alone? On game sales alone, this game is a $1 billion game. How many microtransactions have they, or money on the microtransactions have they earned? I'd say a lot if you look at a lot of these fucking loot box opening channels.
Oh yeah. If you think at least one person spends $100, like 1 out of every 5 people that's playing the game spends $100. Look, think
that's just over the life, of it. That's like whatever
that
extra money here and there.
Yeah, that adds up. That stacks.
That adds up.
That's $100 in just the microtransactions.
Those aren't the people they're looking for, because those people, I would say, are more gamers, right? They're gamers who the point of the game to them is that competitive mode. That, you know, getting in the game and actually playing and being better than the other side, and that competitive play, that team-based play that is evident in Overwatch. I would say that the people who spend like $100, $200, whatever, over the course of like a year, you know what I mean?
Right.
Almost like you would, just kind of like, it's almost like a, you know, unasked for what is it? Fucking subscription. Like with WoW, like you're paying $15 a month. Say people are just paying $15 a month. It's not much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But those are the people, in my opinion, that are like the people who are there for the game. There's another group of gamers that is the point of those microtransactions. And we're talking about people that's the fun in the game.
Right.
Like the fun isn't the match where they get the experience to level up, right? That's where they're kind of putting in work in the game, right? Their fun comes from opening these loot boxes.
Why?
Why do people go sit and fucking gamble every last penny they have? Why do they take loans from bad people and get murdered? Because it's addictive. It's,
well, no, like, why is this shit being allowed in video games?
That you got me, because it is this is
because
fucking
video
children.
Games, yeah, they're like
these are children,
for a younger audience. Always,
we're raising a fucking, and it's like, it's such a wicked thing that they do also, and especially because they sexualize it too, right? And they do that on purpose. Like, the characters in Overwatch give me a boner for a reason, right? They're there to give me a boner.
Yeah.
Okay? Some of those skins, all that shit, like, there's a reason that character is there. And we're talking 13, 14. I mean, you see the trailers for these. You don't see that shit.
No.
Parents don't give a fuck anymore, because we've got parents so wrapped up in their goddamn Facebook and their motherfucking Twitter and arguing their fucking pseudo-politics online with their bullshit friends who are doing the same fucking thing. And these kids are just going up to a mom, can I have $20? And she's in the middle of an argument and she's got an extra $20. Here you go. And they go and they gamble. They gamble for something that gives them a boner. And it's gonna fuck kids up.
It's bad.
It's gonna fuck kids up.
It's bad for kids.
It's very bad for kids.
What happened to games being more geared towards, pushing you?
Yeah, making you
like
better.
Testing your limits with your motor skills and your reaction time. You had to actually, like, through your skill and learning the game and actually getting better, that is where the game would reward you with stuff. Yep. And if you lose... There were some games like those old school games, like I'm talking about the origins of gaming. Dude, they were...
Game over, you're fucked.
Start over.
Dude, I remember Zelda 2, or Zelda 2 Link's Journey to the Past or whatever. Spencer had that.
Yeah.
And fucking, at first he wouldn't let me play it unless I was just playing his guy. And he basically trolled me into leveling him up. Because, like, I loved it. I loved doing that. And he was like, yeah, just go and just keep staying alive. And if you need to heal, go to town. And he just put me in an area where it wasn't too hard. And he's like, he put me in the spider area. I think it's the second area when you first go across in the raft. You know, those spiders jump and they're fucking, like, shooting fire at you. He's like, put on fire, fucking... blah, blah, and the eyeball guys are easy. You just wait for them to stop and then open their eyes and you do down thrust on their head.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just do that and I'd go level up. But eventually I played that game. I got all the way to the fucking... I never beat that game when I was younger. Ever. I don't think I beat that until like 5 or 6 years ago. Like, I never had beaten that game because that last castle, it was a complete maze. At the time when I was young, I didn't have the internet. That's how I beat it.
The internet.
I beat it by looking up the internet.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, back then, like, if you played games, that was the brilliance of gaming in the beginning, and it was the thing that parents didn't understand. Like, I watched, like, all these fucking old videos on YouTube the other day of, like, people, like, talking about the success of the NES, and, like, how parents just don't get it. And the kids were all saying shit, and it made sense. They're like, it's because it's like a secret. They're like, you find out secrets, and then you're on the bus, and you're all telling each other secrets and all this, and, like, you know what I mean? The internet is that same thing. We just got a bigger bus.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a video on that. I'm getting close to revealing what I'm doing, but okay, anyway. So back to these, but yeah, that's the point. Like a game like Dark Souls, let's use a contemporary fucking, it's like perfect because it has that same formula, like reward you for doing better. Reward the more knowledgeable player. The player who's been there, died, who's going to know what's there, and if it kills him again, then he's going to know that what he just did isn't going to work.
Yes.
And he's going to try something more and more and more, and eventually you're going to make your way to through this game that took me so long to deal with, mainly because I was playing it on the PS3, which was just so fucking bad, dude. But I was able to finally eventually make it to these places like the catacombs and just seeing this and being like, oh my god, like that's Izalith out there in the fuck, like there's just these moments of like, oh. And that's how Dark Souls rewards you. Like, Dark Souls rewards you for getting better at it and going through that game that once kicked your fucking ass, just picking up a two-handed sword, building straight strength and fucking, equipped load, and just going fucking balls out ninja status on everything and wrecking it all. Hitting everything hard. Like, that's my reward for getting my butt kicked in Overwatch. In fucking Dark Souls. Like, that's my reward.
Yeah.
Right? And it's such a better reward.
Yes.
Because I've earned it.
Yes.
I've earned it. That's why, Dark Souls players, I used to think they were just arrogant assholes. I was just like, you fucking dicks. Like, oh, I beat a video game, so your fucking, my opinion's infinitely more valuable than yours. But you play that game and you're like, fuck, they earned that. Those sons of bitches, they fucking earned that. You know what I mean? Because you go through it and you're but here's the thing with these new games. It's not like that.
It's not.
Like, it's a totally different experience.
They're geared more for these microtransactions and to keep you engaged in the game instead of it testing your skills and your motor functions and reaction time to actually make you a better gamer. It forces you to think, okay, what's next? What are we doing now? What do you want to play now?
Yeah.
What do you want to do now? Do you want to buy the DLC? No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. I keep thinking of that scene from Corky Romano. The yes, no, yes, no, yes,
he's
no,
on
yes.
coke.
Yeah, and she's like, you want it? No, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, no.
That's the fucking,
yeah, no.
that's like the video game industry.
Yeah.
Fucking coked out Corky Romano.
Just like, here, take this. Oh, yes, you want this more. Yeah, take more microtransactions. Oh, like, holiday events.
What's that fucking dude's name? He's the Knight at their Oxbury dude. I can't think of his name right now. All I could think is Corky Romano,
Oh,
dude.
my God.
That is all I could think.
I can't think of it either.
Oh, my hell. Oh, well.
Oh, it's gonna grind at me.
We'll Google it later.
Google it later.
Got it later. All right. Anyway, but that's the thing about these things is the problem with them is that because that is that sort of thing like a slot machine where it is addictive, it is engaging, a lot of these kids are being taught that it's better to have money and it's more rewarding to have money than it is to be good at the game because you can be boss at Overwatch. It doesn't matter. You're getting the same amount of loot boxes as the next guy.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't matter how good you are, unless we're talking like gold guns and competitive shit like that, which I can see like that's one thing a lot of players go for, and that's if you got a gold gun, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I think it should be something better, like maybe an exclusive skin for each character or something like that. I mean, Paragon does that, and they're just a free to play game, but not $1 billion making, game studio of Blizzard's caliber, but you can't expect Blizzard to be fucking anything but goddamn mediocre and lazy nowadays. Sorry, that to me is lazy. Like $1 billion on game sales alone, plus all the microtransactions, plus you're introducing kids into this thing where it's more rewarding for them to be lucky.
Well, that's where the gameplay lacks, and the game as the product, as like an artistic product, it also lacks like indefinitely, what I mean?
Does
for the rest
it makes
of
it
the
I mean
life of that game.
Imagine if we could have gotten what Blizzard wanted Overwatch to be, a fucking MMO FPS shooter that like World of Warcraft from the makers of World of Warcraft. No, they didn't need to. Why make it?
Because they're making so much money off of World of Warcraft. Dude, wasn't World of Warcraft supposed to be dead after
World of Warcraft
wasn't
never
it supposed
die?
All right, Mr.
Do you
Pandaria.
not remember Valdi?
Dude, Mr. Pandaria. We watched that BlizzCon video. Where they released Cataclysm and they were talking about the Mr. Pandaria. And they said they didn't call it that, they mentioned Cataclysm, but they said there was going to be one more expansion after that, and then they were done with World of Warcraft, and that their focus was going towards their next project, which was going to be a first-person MMO.
Yeah, I think that was
and
Project
they said
Titan.
that, and they said, and it was Overwatch, and they showed that gorilla, remember
All
that?
I know is that at a certain point it was Winston. Yeah, it was supposed to be that, and it got radically changed. The thing about it is,
but look at World of Warcraft.
That's not but the point is like WoW is still going because people are still interested and are gonna be. I lost interest in WoW when I just got sick of grinding fucking goddamn twos, Chubbz. If I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit was hell.
Why stop making stuff for World of Warcraft? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Why? But why stop making the shit for Hearthstone? Why stop? Why stop making shit for fucking Heroes of the Storm? Like, why make a new game? Why not just remaster old games and resell them?
Yeah. It's because they're making...
They are making all of the... That's what I'm saying.
Way too much.
They don't need any fucking... Why? Why stop it? Why make something new? The profits are only going up. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason. It's these RNG loot boxes. This sick addiction to RNGs is. That's what it is, man. The way some of these people valiantly defend these fucking things in video games. Like, I was reading through some... So there's a I'll have a video down below. It's they're silencing people now with the fucking Shadow of... Is it War?
The Shadow of War.
The Shadow of War. I don't care. The fucking latest abomination with Lord of the Rings stamped on the cover. This game is being censored. Not the game being censored, but gamers. So gamers are on the fucking Steam forums and they're saying, look, yo, like, boycott this shit, everybody. Here's why. They're not hateful. They're not hurtful. They're only putting in facts. Like, what we know is this. Like, basically, the fucking online mode is going to be Clash of Clans shit. Like, you're going to fucking defend your castle in an online mode, but you're not there.
Oh my hell.
So it's like, what is that fucking...
Really?
What, Left 4 Dead? No, not Left 4 Dead, goddammit. Let It Die.
Okay.
Like, Let It Die. Except for with orcs and shit. That you can get in loot boxes. So guess what? Your online leaderboards are bullshit. I automatically know whoever's at the top just has more money than me. He ain't better than me. So you know what? You enjoy the top of that leaderboard, motherfucker. You enjoy it. You make more money than I do. Good job. Good fucking job for you.
Make more or just spend more.
Come 1v1 me, bro.
Gotta remember that.
1v1 me, Spid. That's what Toxic always says to
1v1
me.
me, Squid.
He's like, 1v1 me, Jax. You fake as Squid. Oh, God. We did 1v1 once in Dark Souls 3 and we fucking killed each other. It was fucking perfect. But that's the thing about microtransactions that is getting out of hand, because now it's not just skins in Overwatch.
Right.
It's affecting one game that I don't give a fuck about because I don't play it.
It's
This
everywhere.
is in Fortnite, which is it's a free to play game, but it's a pretty hardcore mobile free to play game, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
you look at the Shadows of War now, where, like I said, like, we're talking online leaderboards that are going to be fucking guided by how much loot boxes you get.
Yeah.
Right? So you're telling me in this game that it's going to be completely fine for... They're going to balance it perfectly. This is an argument people are having. They're defending these things. Dude.
Why?
Like...
How are people, like, still on board for this shit? And why are people, like, censoring this and defending that? You always gotta have that one asshole in the room that's like,
he works for WB. He's a WB appointed moderator.
My God.
And then the Steam moderator, I'll have the link below. It was a Sid Alpha video. It was a fucking great video. I'll have it in the link. But he's talking about it and he's like, fucking Steam is basically just saying, whatever, man. It's just him and their business. And if you have a problem with it, report him or, you know, whatever. Like, they're just like out of it. We're staying out of it. They can do it. And the thing is this game's going to make money. All right? It's not going to sell that well on the PC. It's not going to sell that well on the PC. It'll
Right.
sell, and it'll sell enough to justify its, you know, existence. That's the thing about this game. A lot of people are saying it's not going to be a good game. Like, it's... Dude! Look at how much money these microtransactions make. They make enough that WB and Monolith Games are comfortable putting them in as a main game mechanic that directly affects the course of the main game of a single player experience.
Here we go.
They could have easily split it like Andromeda did, which those are still bullshit. Like I said, fuck your leaderboards, MEA.
Yeah.
Fuck your leaderboards, BioWare. Fucking UK or wherever that fucking game was made.
Australia.
Australia. The company that no longer exists.
Hopping around with kangaroos and shit.
That's kind of fucked up. I didn't mind that game. I hated the microtransactions in them. Because like I said, fuck your leaderboards.
Yeah.
I got no point to play your multiplayer. You're selling passes to the top. That's what they're doing, man. They're doing that in Fortnite. And they're doing it to kids. Because a lot of these are kids. I mean, obviously, you look at the art direction of these games.
Right.
I mean, Shadow of War may not apply, but still, that's a game that parents will buy their kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's mainstream shit. That's Star Wars shit now,
It's
right?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings, bro. It's fucking Star Wars, bro. Like, they could do it in a Star Wars. They're going to do it in a Star.
They're not killing humans. They're killing orcs.
So I don't know if anyone can correct me on this. Is the new Battlefront game going to have fucking microtransactions? I'm sure it is. You know what it is? Someone commented and they said that it was actually going to be like, it's pretty much Shadow of War shit.
Really?
Like, it's going to be things like, if you pay more money, you're going to get things that will definitely give you an advantage. And it's all behind RNG. But they're like, but free content? We'll give you 4 free maps.
You see?
Completely free.
That's the rose out front. And
that's
the
why
behind them is like all that stupid bullshit.
When people call No Man's Sky shit free, I say bullshit. When people call Overwatch shit free, I say bullshit. When people call any content in any of these games that have microtransactions or games that were basically early access fucking bullshit $10 titles, any of these games, you've already given them your money for that content. And you as a customer, you need to start looking at these fucking content drops and really ask yourself, is this at least like $250 million worth of work?
Right.
Is this at least like $100, $200, $300,000 worth of work? Right? Of new meaningful content. Not just more shit for you to buy. That's not free content either. I don't want to hear about any content they give you that you can buy. That's not free content. Those are not free updates. If you're spending money to get the shit, then it's not free. But Jax, you get a fucking loot box every time you level up, dude. Okay. And there's fucking currency in there that you can use to spend on them. Okay. But guess what? Not everyone is fucking doing that. Some people are buying them. Yeah. So if some people are buying them and spending money on them, and you know that, then they are not new free updates. They are paid fucking content drops.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they are. If people are fucking buying them, I don't care if it's the minority. If they're spending money on them, they're paid content drops. So is that worth the... And then it's like RNG. Like I said, like you were saying with the Dark Souls trail, like the fucking Bloodborne. It's like you're not being rewarded for being good anymore. You're not... They're delivering safe... It's like the goddamn games on the fucking mobile that make so much, dude.
And that's why you get games like Destiny. And I'm just using Destiny as like an overall example. You can use this in any game, freaking, honestly, where it's just lazy. But the difficulty where it doesn't... when you amp up the difficulty because you want to actually have a technical challenge where you actually like maybe have to do something or work around something and like figure it out and actually work through it.
That's why I like Destiny
to
raids.
Beat it. Yeah, but the problem with the difficulty in Destiny when
it came to like almost every other content drop, basically every other bit of content in Destiny but the raids.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of missions, but don't give me that they're technical. Like, you're going to tell me that boss in the beta was technical because the floor heated up and there was some bullshit jumping puzzle. Yeah. I'm going to tell you you're a fool and you need to get out more because that's not technical difficulty. No. That's like 2 obstacles and a fucking jump away from beating that boss.
I'm talking about like such a rapid change in the boss fight where you have to be on your toes or you're dead.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit doesn't like where they have like different attacks.
For
like
example,
phases.
Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, dude, Bloodborne bosses are the fucking best.
When all of a sudden he turns into a giant werewolf that doesn't stagger as easy, and he's
you're like,
you with 2
dude, my first time in there, dude, that dude fucking wrecked me over and over. I mean?
Shit like
dude, that was my first Souls game. That game kicked my shit in, dude.
Yeah.
I remember just fighting that boss and being like, this is fucking bullshit.
Instead of
he turns into a werewolf at the end? Like, what the fuck?
And
I didn't stop playing though. I didn't stop playing until I beat him.
But instead of it being more like that, it's just all we have to do is make them hit you harder and make you hit them for less damage.
And they get more health and
and that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
They spawn in the same areas. It's the exact same enemy types. It's just they have more health and you take more damage.
The true sad thing is like Crota's was that bridge. That was one of the best fucking team fights in Destiny, and everyone cheesed it, and everyone had a shitty attitude about it. Where if you were like the person who was like, hey, let's just do it straight up, it's not that hard, you're an asshole. It's like, why am I an asshole? Because I'm good at this game. And you fucking scrubs want me to just take a grenade for the fucking team. So you can fucking revive your warlock and snipe them. What?
Yeah.
And I'm the bad guy for saying, hey guys, how about we actually play the game the way it's meant to be fucking played? Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're cheesing it.
We're cheesing it. It's too hard.
We're just here for the gear. We're just here for the RNG. That's the only reason we're here.
It's too long. There's no point.
Those fucking pugs, dude.
Fucking dumbass.
Motherfuckers. I hate raiding with randos, dude. I hate raiding with randos.
And those are the people that you're talking about, where like that's the whole game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just
that's
that
it's not
piece
about
of it
that
at the
fight.
end.
It's not
It's
about
all
that
about the
rush.
reward.
It's not about that rush of holding those plates down, outmanned, fucking get your team got your back on the other side, and they're holding it, and it's just a fucking all for fucking one. Like, we gotta fucking take care of each other, guys. We gotta be talking to each other. We gotta be calling out fucking mobs. You know, we gotta get those boys over here. It's not about that.
No.
It's about when they finally kill everything over there, and the fucking fight ends, and the gear pops up.
Yep.
That's what those people are there for.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the fuckers that are spending all the money. And they're the ones that's most definitely gonna buy fucking Shadow of War. Most definitely gonna buy the microtransactions in that game. You will see loot box openings of that game fucking less than a week after it's been out. I'd bet my nut bag on it. I'd bet my entire nut, both nuts.
It just seems like such a stupid
I'll bet
concept.
both of my coin purses on this. There will be loot box openings a week after that game's been out.
It's so dumb.
They're in Fortnite. There's already loot box openings for Fortnite.
People are weird. There's one thing porn has taught us is that people are fucking weird when they're into anything. You've got little Asian girls on YouTube making money for eating food.
Eating food.
Who the fuck is watching people eat food? I don't want to know anybody who wants to watch somebody eat food. Why is there fucking YouTube videos of girls going out to malls buying shit
have you
just
ever
to
seen those-
fucking like show it off?
Have you ever seen those fucking
Why?
fast... Dude, people are fucking weird. People spend money on whatever.
Dude,
Dude, but there's like the movie, it's like a movie review. You know, the people do the car movie reviews where they're just like, yo, I just got done seeing motherfucking so-and-so and it's fucking good. And that's it. 3 minutes long. Get paid. Those people?
Yeah.
There's those people, but they do it with fast food. And they just film themselves eating. And that's
oh my
it.
God.
I think I Hate Everything has a video on it. It was funny as fuck. I love I Hate Everything.
That's why I like, yeah,
The guy's
because
hilarious.
he hates.
He's on point.
Yeah.
He makes sense. He's like, look at this stupid thing that's popular for no goddamn reason. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He like highlights
Points out
it.
the stupidity of certain
Oh my
people who-
god,
yeah.
like fidget spinners? What the fuck is with a fidget spinner?
Why?
It's like Pogs though. Pogs, dude. I was fucking. There's Pogs. What else? We had yo-yos. Like a lot of us fucking. We all had yo-yos in junior high and shit. And be walking the dog, walking down the hall, fucking off. A lot of people had yo-yos.
The thing with fidget spinners is where I'm impressed with them is when somebody takes the time and to make their own. But that's just you're creative, so whoop-de fucking.
Why don't you take those engineering prowess and get us to fucking Mars? You want to impress me?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here
Go
with your
work for
fidget
NASA or
spinners,
something.
smart man. Fuck off.
For reals.
Do something that makes sense with that brain. You're fucking up your life, kid. Fidget spinner. Build us a fucking rocket. Fucking take me to the moon. Fidget
Seriously.
spinner.
Fucking people.
There's gonna be a movie someday and it's gonna be the astronaut farmer, but it's gonna be like the fucking fidget spinner farmer. He's gonna make the world's biggest fucking fidget spinner.
And because it spins in space, it mimics
protects-
Earth's gravity.
Yeah, and it like fucking stops time somehow and everyone's immortal all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
Fuck you, Cream. It happens. He comes in all hot. No. Alright, guys. I think that's good for that. RNGesus needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped for the children.
We're the Jews. That's what we need.
We need the RNGesus.
Come and stop the RNGesus. Fucking nail him to an RN
Okay,
crucifix.
we better stop.
Why are you calling him
Jaxxin
RNGesus?
Strauss would like to apologize for the fucking outburst from my brother just now. We're trying to produce top quality family entertainment here. He
Well, of course, but sounds like
It's
RNGesus.
RNG, that's what they call it. There's like whole titles. It's like RNGesus is too kind. And it's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh my god.
So yeah, really, I blame them for the fucking joke. That wasn't your fault. That's on them.
They're calling them.
You made the obvious parallel when you just, you know.
I did.
Thanks to Mel Gibson, now when you think of Jesus, you think of Jews killing shit.
And I think of that one scene, yeah. The flogging of Jesus.
Dude, that shit was so fucking brutal. That made me feel bad for masturbating before I got there. I was like, well, we're going to the Jesus show. I better go bait one off. I didn't really. God,
Gotta
that's terrible.
shed some of this this moral
Oh my
guilt
God.
weighing you down.
Oh my god, okay, we better stop this video. I need to go fucking have a minute.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I fucking love you. Those are our thoughts on RNG loot boxes. Fuck them.